Hello everyone, my name is Te Hu. 西岳祥林图 is absolutely very unique to Chinese Asian paintings. Artists today are also heavily inspired by that. How they influence us, how they inspire us, what lesson we can learn from their paintings. Today, I want to bring a very dynamic and one of my favorite paintings from Song Dynasty. And this painting is called 西岳祥林图. Xi Yue Xianglin Tu is a 5-meter long painting that has like hundreds of figures inside. It was painted by Li Gonglin, who was a scholar painting artist. In this painting, Li Gonglin only used line drawing technique and ink color to depict like hundreds of people and animals and deities and everything inside. It's very fantastic, just line drawing skills. You can get what artists want to express, and you can tell what the story is about. First thing we come to see is two scouts who are riding horses. You can see the way he drawing the riders. The horse is running, and combined with the rider, you can see it's form a star shape that's full of tension. Like you can even feel the muscle in tension and the motion of the faces. This is like he's literally riding that horse like very intensively and running at a very fast speed. Here, Li Gonglin did a very clever trick. He's using the scout's eyes to lead the viewers towards the far left of the painting that makes the emotions like say, maybe someone is coming and maybe something big is going to happen. And then you can see the main deity, which is the god of Mount Huashan, come down riding the white horse, wearing a white cloth with his followers. They all come from down to the heaven. And you can also see a lot of dragons and monsters, ghosts, and also horses and a group of people waving flags. You can see the movement from the flags, and you can see the movement from the cloths, you can see the movement from the grass and everything to enhance the environment. Next, after all of this very intensive and very vibrant, very strong emotion, all of a sudden it comes down to a more peaceful stage. People are slowing down, which leads to another section of the painting. And you can see the group of females coming with the parade. Some of them are holding a little bird, some of them are holding different fruits or bringing some different cloths, and some are even holding little babies, and which is very cute, adding more liveness and more close down to earth parts to the painting. After that, we can also see almost like 20 very strong men holding this carriage. Even though without any color, you can still tell this carriage is so fancy, which makes people wonder, oh, who's inside? Who's inside of the carriage? Like, is there something very important or something very precious? And you can see how obvious, how important the deity is. That's how the whole painting wraps up at the end. The line drawing technique is very special and unique to Chinese painting. It represents the artist's skill and how he can use just one single color to express any figures or any movement through the line work alone. And in Li Gonglin's painting, you can see each different horse has a different expression. Some eyes are very open widely, some are very calm, some the mouths are open, some are just running really crazy fast, some are holding still. And each of the horse, their fur, their hair, they all move differently. So what is fascinating to me is the connection between this ancient line drawing technique and the modern CGI work. In the modern CG world, all the artists are still trying to look for and chasing that artistic freedom and expressiveness in this line drawing technique. And I got so much inspired by this painting and how they tell the story in this very clever and intricate and very elegant way. You can see this part is very dense, which compact with almost 50 figures. All of these figures form a unity that is very complex. In this composition, the way Li Gonglin did it is through like complex figures among them and all the very dense detail. But the main deity is, on the contrast, has fewer details and to enhance the white and enhance like how he's the most glamorous figures in the whole group of people. If you closely like analyzing these paintings from very start to the end, you can see each chapter have a different feeling. Some are very intense, some are very sparse, some are very complex. So all these different parts come together and form a harmony and form a whole piece of just like a beautiful music, and which is tell the whole story of the parade. The second painting I want to introduce you guys is Nine Song, painted by Li. You can see it's composed with 9 poems, which in the form of songs. And what's fascinating about this painting is he literally separated this 9 songs into 9 different sections. And each section come up with the poem written in calligraphy and also come up with the illustration painting with it. As you can see, he's not trying to draw the full scale of hundreds of people, usually just to draw 1 or 2 figures in the painting. But you get the idea. For example, if you look at Shangu, this section of the painting, the poem is telling this goddess is trying to waiting for her husband to come back and to have a date, which he's just waiting all day long, and he's like very upset. How you tell all of this in just one painting? Li, what he did here is just drawing a figure, like a very elegant woman, come with her maid, and they're walking along the riverbank. The river is very calm, and along the bank, all the vegetation from the poem and all the trees and everything just showing. This is like very sadness. You don't see much on her face. You really cannot tell what she's trying to do. But somehow the environment gives you the feeling that she must be very lonely. I think the environment here is a very important factor here to express this mood, to express these feelings that people are really immersive into it, that immersiveness. What I found very fascinating is such technique we can also see a lot of example in the modern CG world. When something happens, all the environment enhance that, and people don't even have to use words or talk, they get a feeling. Through these 2 different styles, like from Song Dynasty paintings, what you can really tell is Song Dynasty painting is really, in a sense, very close to Westerners, which is very realistic. And they trying to draw everything as close to real as possible, which I think is also what we're trying to chasing in today's CG world. By learning from them, and by communicating and share these wonderful paintings with each different culture and different countries, I think that will help people understanding more each other. They will find more common ground in a way. That's what art is for, and that's what art is so important.